Good afternoon or evening, wherever we may be. My name is Ed Boquillan. I'm the Superintendent Director of Minuteman Vocational Technical High School. I'm here to present our FY22 budget. Some of the assumptions that we made in our budget preparations was that we believe COVID in some form or another will be with us this fall. Therefore, our hybrid model and remote learning will continue. Hopefully not for too long into the fall. So our safety and health measures would have to continue. We're assuming the worst when it comes to state and federal aid. At best, we don't know. At worst, it will be reduced. Our final MSBA project bond will be secured. And one of our big challenges that we're grateful for is student interest in high-quality career and technical education continues. Our enrollment, as we are here today, is beyond the design capacity of the new school. The new school was built for 628. We currently have about 635 students. Next fall, we expect to welcome close to 700 students. So we're looking at how to develop cost-effective plans to increase our capacity. Our overall operating and capital budget combined is $27,600,000. That's up about 8.4% over this current fiscal year. If we look at the budget and components, our operating budget is up a modest 2.4%. Our operating and capital debt is up about $460,000. And our big increase is the MSBA project debt, which really peaks in FY22 and 23. Our priorities for funding our FY22 budget includes, of course, protecting student and staff health, delivering high quality career vocational technical education. Our animal science program, vet assisting program, will begin for freshmen in the fall. And we've expanded our robotics and automation program with the help of a capital skills grant into the logistics engineering space. Again, as I mentioned, increasing our capacity, closing out the MSBA project. Our athletic fields have begun construction, although the snow has limited us in terms of progress. And that's going to cascade into our being able to ramp up our facilities rental and subsequent revenue. Lexington's assessment for FY22 is up about $266,000 to $3.1 million. If you break out that assessment, the minimum local contribution is about $1.1 million. Lexington's share of our transportation costs about $110,000. Lexington's share of our operating budget, $935,000. And then you see the building project debt at $763,000 for a total assessment. And we use the word preliminary because the final state budgets have not been passed, obviously. Enrollment admissions priorities in this budget: we want to sustain the increased member enrollment. We want to be able to communicate and inform our member communities about CTE. We're increasing the video and digital content. We're starting a middle school program around career development. It's called the World of Work. And we're going to be hopefully implementing some cost-effective measures to actually increase the amount of students we can accommodate in the building. Admissions and enrollment over the last 6 years, and actually the year of graduation 2025 on the far right column is our current 8th grade applications as of February 10th. You can see that even though we have a few weeks left in the recruitment admissions application season, we are already above last year's in-district applications at 255. There's about 41 out-of-district students, eligible district students, and 44 out-of-district students that are ineligible for enrollment at Minuteman. And we're projecting that we will have the capacity to accommodate 200 freshmen. So this year we are going to have a larger waiting list, it appears. Freshman enrollment, you can see it dipped in 2020 because we didn't accept as many students. We felt that we had to start to accept lower classes in order to accommodate the 628 enrollment capacity, but a deeper analysis is showing that we can accept more students. We accepted 180, 179, ended up on the October 1 report. So Lexington enrollment has been climbing the last few years, and there's about 71 secondary students in Minuteman as of October 1st, 2020. Special education enrollment remains steady. We've enjoyed a high percentage of special ed students, about 46% as of this past October, and I remind folks that special ed is a significant part of our budget. Our students do very well. We have one of the highest, if not the highest, percentage of special ed students in any vocational school in the state. So again, just looking at the budget summary, operating, what I call operating capital, and then the project debt. Some of the drivers in the operating budget, we're in year 2 of a 3-year contract with our teachers. The cost of living increase is 2.25% for next year. We've had an increase in electrical and heat costs this year, operating the building at 25% capacity and increasing the air exchange because of the COVID guidelines. We believe our electrical and heat utility costs will be high again next year. Maintenance contracts on some of the new systems and our field operations are increasing in next year's budget. Our capital budget for FY22, capital equipment, leases, athletic field lighting are included in what I call the operating capital and debt. You can see the school building project debt. We're anticipating bonding for the final $3.8 million for the project. We are on budget and on time. We've established a capital stabilization fund about 4 or 5 years ago, and we're continuing to support that fund to offset any costs for capital equipment. As you know, career and technical education, the equipment costs are quite significant. This breaks it out year over year. You can see about again a 2.4% increase in our operating budget. That $460,000 increase in our operating capital really is based upon the lighting and the contribution to the capital stabilization fund. And then the total building project debt is up $1.2 million, a significant increase, which we've been telling our member towns for a number of years, so this isn't unexpected. Our athletic fields, as I said, construction began a month or two ago. The weather is holding us up, but we expect to be completed by fall. We are maintaining an annual supplement to our stabilization fund of $168,000. That's so when we have to replace the synthetic turf, we don't have to go back to the member towns. We'll have that money set aside. We are finally adding our photovoltaic system onto the roof of the school. That contract has been approved. We're going through permitting right now. We expect the construction to ramp up June through the fall and be in operation in the fall. It's a 20-year lease purchase, but the big component of this is that we secure $2 million of reimbursement from the MSBA because we reach a certain LEED status. Again, the final or the preliminary assessment for Lexington is $3.1 million. and happy to answer any questions. If you need to email me, feel free to do that. Thank you.